The explosion that shook Ottawa PLZ. Subscribe my channel and share video with others. It was a quiet morning in Ottawa until the ground trembled. At exactly 9:17 a.m., an enormous blast thundered through Parliament Hill. Tourists screamed, cameras shook, and within seconds, a plume of dust rose where Canada's heart of democracy stood. But this wasn't an attack. It wasn't an accident either. Within hours, officials confirmed what no one expected. The Canadian government had deliberately detonated the explosion. They had blown up their own front yard. But why? The hidden world beneath Parliament rumors spread fast. Some said it was for a new subway line. Others whispered about secret tunnels for politicians. But then leaked blueprints began to circulate online, revealing something far more mysterious. A massive underground chamber stretching hundreds of meters beneath Parliament Hill. Engineers called it the Centennial Corridor. But insiders had another name for it: Project Deep Dome. According to anonymous sources, this wasn't just an infrastructure project. It was the foundation of a new fortified command center, designed to keep Canada's government operational in the event of cyber attacks, EMP blasts, or even nuclear fallout. The secrets they tried to bury digging beneath Parliament wasn't easy or clean. In the process, crews unearthed hidden tunnels from the Cold War, sealed chambers from the 1800s, and even artifacts from when the British Crown first built the capital. But the strangest find of all? A steel door buried 30 meters underground, with a lock design that didn't match any known Canadian military architecture. When workers broke through, security immediately sealed off the area. A week later, the entire team that made the discovery was reassigned, or as one whistleblower put it, vanished from the project. A fortress in the capital officially, the whole outside Parliament is part of a modernization plan, the Centre Block Rehabilitation Project, costing over $5 billion CAD. But what's been quietly added to that project is a multi-level secure bunker, complete with encrypted data rooms, energy reserves, and even underground living quarters. It's not just renovation, it's reinvention. Parliament Hill is being turned into one of the most advanced government fortresses in the world. The Shadow Network. As construction continued, strange things began happening around Ottawa. Cell towers were temporarily disabled. Military drones were spotted circling above, and locals reported unmarked trucks arriving at night carrying what looked like cryogenic cooling units, the kind used for quantum computers. The theory? Canada was not just rebuilding Parliament. It was preparing for a digital war, one where control of data means control of nations. The real reason for the blast.
Weeks after the explosion, one insider finally broke the silence. The hole wasn't just for new foundations, he said. It was to destroy what was already down there.
Hidden beneath Parliament, he claimed, was an old government lab from the 1950s, a Cold War relic used to test communication systems, nuclear alarms, and early encryption prototypes. The equipment was dangerously unstable, and its existence was classified for decades. The blast wasn't just construction, it was a controlled demolition, erasing a secret Canada had buried for over half a century. What lies beneath today? Visitors can still see the fenced-off crater outside Parliament, guarded 24/7. The government calls it progress, a part of modernization. But those who followed the story know better. Something powerful, something deep, is being built beneath the surface of Canadian democracy. A bunker? A data fortress? Or perhaps something even more secret? Whatever it is, one thing's clear. Canada didn't just blow up a hole outside Parliament, it opened a doorway to its deepest secret yet. The architect's disappearance. 2 weeks after the blast, the chief engineer of Project Deep Dome, Dr. Adrien Leduc, went missing. He was last seen leaving his office in Gatineau at 11:40 p.m., his security badge never used again. Before he vanished, he had told a colleague, "We're not building what they told Parliament we're building." Authorities claimed he took an overseas contract, but leaked CCTV footage showed something different. Leduc's car parked near Parliament Hill hours after the supposed explosion, long after the public had been cleared from the area. Some believe he was silenced for knowing the real purpose of what lies beneath Ottawa. Operation Northern Veil. A confidential government memo surfaced on the dark web titled Operation Northern Veil. It detailed plans for a national continuity network, linking secret underground facilities in Ottawa, Montreal, and a remote Arctic station. The goal? To ensure that even if Canada were digitally or militarily attacked, the government could continue to function underground. But buried within the memo was one chilling line. Northern Veil is not a defense system, it's a control mechanism. Was Canada preparing for protection, or preparing for control? The quantum core workers who managed to sneak out photos described a vast, glowing chamber deep below Parliament. Inside was a machine unlike anything seen before. A spherical reactor surrounded by shimmering cables guarded by armed RCMP officers. Experts later analyzed the images and concluded it was a prototype quantum server, capable of processing global encryption keys, potentially allowing whoever controls it to monitor every digital transaction, message, and defense system on the planet. It wasn't just infrastructure anymore, it was a new digital weapon. The international whisper. Then came the foreign interest. Satellite imagery from the US and Britain showed continuous heat signatures beneath Parliament Hill, evidence of active energy systems running 24/7. Soon, whispers began among intelligence circles. The Americans wanted in. The British offered technology. Even China reportedly sent academic delegations to Ottawa, asking suspiciously specific questions about underground construction safety. Whatever Canada was building, the world wanted a piece of it. The protest that never aired. On a cold morning in March, protesters gathered outside Parliament demanding transparency about the blast site. They called it the Hole of Secrets. But as cameras rolled, something strange happened. Live feeds were suddenly cut across all major Canadian news networks. Minutes later, riot control moved in, not with batons, but with white noise devices that jammed cell signals and microphones. No one ever saw the footage again. Within 48 hours, every post about the protest was deleted from social media. The event officially never happened.